I'm Dean Sherman. I've been working with YWAM Youth with a Mission for the last 46 years. And one of the teachings that I do is on spiritual warfare, and recently I have come to the awareness that God put us onto this planet for two reasons. He created Adam and Eve as a relationship so that they could manifest the image of God. Because God is a relationship, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, the image of God also must be a relationship. So no solitary, independent individual is the image of God. God created man in His image and likeness, male and female, He created them. And then in Genesis chapter 1, verse 28, He says, God blessed them. So the blessing of God is also on relationship. And He said, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it. So our job here is, number one, to manifest the image of God, which means live in good relationship. And number two, we are to rule. He said, let them rule. Relationship rules over evil. Independence is vulnerable to the enemy's attack, and that's the way Eve was vulnerable, is because she was functioning not as a unit but as an independent person. So God's blessing is upon unity and relationship, and we are to multiply. So it takes two, of course, to make a baby. And then we have to think of, why did God make that baby so that it came into the world helpless? And the obvious answer is that He wanted to create what we now call family. And He's wanting to show that family is necessary to develop human beings. So you have the obvious necessity of one man and one woman to make a baby, and then for that baby to grow and become a viable adult, there needs to be this unit of what we now call family. So I've come to realize what God said to multiply was not just have as many babies as possible because we want to fill the earth with humans. That's Satan's work, and we see so many babies being born into less than best circumstances. And God's intention was that every baby grow up in a family that loved each other and loved that child. And that's what He wants us to multiply. We are to multiply good relationships, good families, good marriages, because that's the only way we're going to subdue the earth. We need to fill the earth with families. Now, because there's been so much family breakdown, and because so many children are born into non-family situations, the job of the church is primarily to redeem that unit in some form, whether it's adoption or orphanages or fostering or any kind of a structure that can produce some semblance of family is what the church's entire job is. And that's the only way we're going to rule over the dysfunction that's in the world, because the dysfunction comes through the breakdown of family relationship. So we need to redeem that by filling the earth with family-type structures so that we can subdue Satan, subdue evil, and rule over the earth as God initially put us on the earth to do.